Well, good morning. I'm out in the desert again today, doing some practice flying on my with my Phantom 3 Pro. I did a firmware update the other day, and I'm out here in the wide open spaces of the Mojave Desert. I'm going to do some test flying before I do a practice flight. I'm going to try to accomplish two things today. One is basically see if the firmware took all right, and there are no problems. So I'll do a little bit of flying around here first, and then second, I'm going to practice some long distance navigation. And what I mean by that is there are certain areas out here in the desert that I have marked with GPS, and I have the GPS coordinates in a handheld GPS unit. And this is an old one, I know, but it works so well I can't get rid of it. So it's an old Garmin 3 Plus. And I have GPS coordinates in it. And what I do is I will call up a particular waypoint and get a bearing, compass heading to it, and the distance. Then I'll send the drone out and see if I can find it. And I think a couple of them out here are going to be in excess of a mile, so I'll be testing the range also. So far, we're sitting here. We got my GPS here. We got the Pro here, and I got my controller with my homemade sun shield, and I'm using a tablet, Samsung tablet. So let me get things all set up, and we'll see how it all works. Okay, I'm airborne and gone. According to this, I'm at 119 feet and I am 3,500 feet out. So now I'm going to test the return home feature and make sure that's working properly. All I have to do is just push one button here. All right, I pushed it, and I can see that it is moving, and I can see that it is moving back toward me at 21 miles an hour. 121 feet, and I'm 3,010 feet, 2,900, and it is coming back. I don't see it, and I don't hear it, but it's coming back. I don't know whether you can see the screen here or not. It's kind of hard to see this thing. Wish there was not so much glare. I don't know whether you can see it or not. Can you see it down there? Speed and altitude and all that. All right, so I'll let it come back in and get a little bit closer, and then I'll take over manually. Okay, here it comes. You can see it up there, doing just exactly what it's supposed to do. It'll come over here and attempt to land right in front of me. Okay, it's back into a hover now. But I'm going to cancel the auto land. It'll say it on its own, and I'm going to cancel the auto land and land it myself, or do a little more flying. So the firmware seems to be working okay, so I'm happy with that. All right, that's it. Okay, I've used the GPS, if I can get it turned around here, to determine that there's an old tank out there, World War II tank, that I found some years ago. And according to GPS, it's on a heading of 155 degrees, and it's 0.64 tenths of a mile, 64 tenths of a mile. So a little over half a mile in that direction. I'll use my compass to determine which way that is, because there's no compass feature with degree readings in the DJI app program. So I have to use a compass. So I'm using a compass here, and I'm determined, what did I say that was? Heading 155 degrees. Got to get away from the truck here a little bit. And 155 degrees. Holy moly, that's over this way. Ooh, goodness. All right, 155 degrees is basically out there, kind of out toward that Joshua tree. It's out there. So we're going to go out, see if we can find it now. I got a fresh battery. I had to land and refuel. So the drone is sitting here, warming up, ready to go. I've got a connection. I've got GPS. We're ready to go. Okay, as you can see from the onboard camera, it worked. I was able to find the tank, and it's a little more than a mile out there, but I was able to fly a heading. Basically, it's a little bit difficult without a compass degree reading on the DJI app. So what I have to do is I just use my handheld compass and pick a point on the horizon that matches up with the degree. In this case, it was 155 degrees. I picked those big old antennas that are way down there. I don't know whether you can see them or not, but it's basically out there. And then I flew directly to those antennas and just kept going. And sure enough, I found it. Had to hunt a little bit because I was a little off course. But with practice, I think that'll improve. All in all, the app worked great. The Phantom 3 Pro worked great. Everything worked fine. I went through 2 batteries, and now I'm heading home, and we're going to call it a day.